a worker of mine introduced me to Acquah. He was always chasing me. Oh, there's a land at Acquah. The guy pestered my life, so eventually I have to go and look at the land.
Wow.
So the first land I looked at was 12 plots. When I was going, nobody liked Acquah. So I remember the whole chiefs, about 5 or 6 of them, all followed me to the land. And it was 12 plots. I got there and I said, I'm buying it all.
Wow.
I bought it without knowing what I was going to use it for. But I just saw it, I said, I'm buying it. And those time, the plot was going for just about 200 CDs, not the new CDs, 200 old CDs.
Old currency.
So now when you calculate, I don't know whether it's pesos or not. And I didn't have the money. I also had just 200. So I gave it to them as advance. And so I'll pay the rest. Then we had an arrangement, and I paid.
Wow.
So from there, anytime there's a land somewhere, so this land, they'll bring me land. And I was buying the land without even knowing what I was going to use it for.
So it was all land banking. You were buying and just holding on to the land.
Yes, I was buying and holding on to it. But I never had a plan of putting up houses for sale. So whilst I was working, because I was also working with ACP, a few of my friends outside asked me to oversee their construction for them, which I was doing free of charge. And so at a point I said, okay, the 2 of my plots, I want to put something there for my children. So I started building, and I had this contract at the Liberation Road. I needed money. So I said, let me put these houses. There were 2. Let me put them on the market for sale.
Right.
And it was surprising. It took me 4 years. Nobody was buying.
4 years
4
before
years.
you. Why do you think that was?
No, because Acquah and people have a whole lot of negative this thing about Acquah. And then the road was not done. Then there was a traffic. When you want to come to Accra, you have to leave 4 a.m.
Right,
before
so
you
the
get to
roads
Accra.
were bad.
So the roads were bad.
Acquah was not a beautiful place to
and there
people.
was nothing beautiful about the place.
This is interesting. I love the fact that you waited for 4 years before you were able to sell one house.
Yes.
Because people didn't like Acquah.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people would have been discouraged and they would have stopped buying land in Acquah and moved on. So what made you continue to stay and be determined to build in Acquah till today? 38 years later, you're still in Acquah.
One thing I would say that I'm a believer and I believe in God.
Amen.
And I'm not just a believer, I also believe whatever the Lord says is true. So the first time I went to Acquah, I stepped there and I had a revelation about Acquah, how Acquah is going to be.
Wow.
So
I
kept that.
Yes.
I kept that, and that was my backbone. I know, and you see, let me tell you, Acquah, the accessibility of Acquah was great. It's on a major road, the N1, connecting Central Region, Western Region, Côte d'Ivoire, and so Acquah accessibility is number 1. So though those times were not developed, I knew with time it's going to be one of the prime area in Ghana, and I'm not surprised how the place have turned out to be.